Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling. I have just gotten even more excited because I saw some of the racers that are going to be added to the new Sonic Racers game, including Hatsune Miku.
Yep.
He truly is Madam Worldwide.
I'm excited. That's exciting. So we get Miku in that, which will be great.
Wild.
But tonight, the Astral Calling, before we get into that, a few announcements. Announcement number 1, tomorrow night, Tabletop Bros hanging out, talking about Final Fantasy MTG and playing Inkbound together.
And maybe expressing a little bit of latent rage, but like it's okay. It's all
Oh,
good.
wait,
What
I
else
mean,
are friends
I
for?
mean, what else? I don't think we'll rage on each other. It's just, it's
Oh
to
no,
have to-
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me having rage. That's
Oh.
unrelated to Inkbound.
Is it really to Final
Vibes.
Fantasy 9?
Partially.
So Chad, a typical Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have a little bit of it there.
Yeah.
As a treat.
The announcement for the announcement.
I
of
was so
announcements.
mad.
Yeah, especially I have to say this now because especially when it's the second damn time you've trailed up about a series of legacy and all this, and then have a trailer start with something that looks exactly like part of the intro to Final Fantasy IX, just for it to be some other shit.
It's fine. Laura
It's
Bailey
the-
will announce
it's
it
the
in a few
second
days. It'll
time.
be okay.
It's a second time it's happened.
But so Tabletop Bros tomorrow, join us for that rant, as well as for the challenge of seeing who gets Final Fantasy Tactics between me and Chad for our draft.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I know. I all is fair, right? I have to
Yeah,
make
because the
sure
Xbox show's not going to be till after this week, so I need
Yeah,
to,
so
if I'm
we
going to make
can-
a bid, I need to make a bid now.
we
not
can make the
then.
bids now. Then on Sunday, Cozy Co-op. I believe it's just me this week. So
Probably.
you know,
Most I would say most definitely likely, yes.
so it will either be chat one of two things. It will either be me grinding Occult Crescent, or it will be me grinding in Fantasy Life. One of those two things is going to happen this Sunday. I don't know which one yet. It depends on what my brain feels like doing.
Grind either way.
Speaking of brains, things that cause my brain to go out of my ears sometimes. Monday night, Strength of Thousands AP. Because Matt just melts my brain with his awesome plot.
Brain Blaster.
Ah.
I'm now a spider, an actual frog, and a spider and a bat. Actual,
Carol?
and Ophelia's a pixie
again. Ribbit.
which she
Which
is
she
very mad about.
Ribbit. I'm going to treat Igora
You
like
gotta fit the genre.
Hiram J. Frog now, where it's just like he'll only ribbit until no one's looking, and they'll be like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal." That was a good short. Then
I can only think of Spaceballs.
on Tuesday, the Sprout Stream with Matt, a Sprout, and TJ, a Chaos Goblin, and me, and maybe Sarah. I don't know if we have Sarah or not, so I'm just saying maybe, but we'll find out.
Yes.
Awesome. And we get Sarah.
Yeah.
So we'll have some fun with Sarah.
I think that's what the next scheduled stream on Cosmic Deities channel says.
Yes.
Yeah, but what that says and what my actual human schedule is entirely different.
That's
Relatable.
valid. Then on Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Our party has some new directions and must decide where to go next. What will they be doing? Which matrons, which saints will they be hunting? And how biblically accurate is Garl Sandra now?
Pretty biblical.
Just eyes popping up all over the place.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Guess you'll have to tune in to find out.
Yes, if
Thousand eyes, 8 wings.
If Garl is the moon, Cassandra is the sun, cradled in their arms until they are one. Then,
Well, they sure are one.
on Thursdays we're off, but then on Fridays we have the Astral Calling, the show you're watching right now. And why are you watching this show? Well, first of all, because the people here are fucking amazing. Yeah, that's right. And tonight's question is actually thanks to Chad. Chad came up with this
Okay.
question for me. Through discussion today, so I'm very excited for it. So I'm going to actually start with
So
Chad.
blame
So tonight,
Chad.
Chad will be playing Vim, a very cool character.
And you're gonna do it first?
Yes,
So I
you're
don't
the
have-
first one. You don't have time to think. I'm evil. And Chad, this is the question. First of all, introduce yourself, but then tell us, if you could create a video game announcement fake out to piss off as many people as possible, what would you do?
Oh, this is gonna be mean to everyone.
If you could make like the best, if
Okay.
you could just make a video game announcement fake out to anger as many people as you think you could, what would you do?
Oh man. I have to think about what it would switch to. Because the standards are so low that you can't ask me this question and not expect it to be mean.
That'll be fine.
I'm trying who would it hit more? Faking out people that want something from Kojima or faking out people that want something from Bethesda? I think Bethesda.
Like
both
Bethesda fans
both would
deserve
be
it.
crash outs.
Yeah, both would be crash outs. I think the Bethesda one would be funnier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly because the fake out would be teeing it up as if you were going to announce a Bethesda game, but instead you announce something that works and has like legit, like actually good writing. And if you did that instead, then that would be, because then the fun part would be like, and so your complaints are what?
Chad does not speak for the Tabletop Roles brand or channel in this
Yeah.
matter. Bethesda,
Actually, he does.
I adore you. If you ever want to do anything with us, please let me know.
Wow.
That one guy's
Bethesda
not
needs to
allowed.
be-
That one guy's not
Bethesda
allowed
just-
involved.
Bethesda just needs to, keep try to be more about, they're consistent, if nothing else.
Speaking of consistent, someone who is consistently amazing, we have Matt tonight playing Darius.
It's me, Darius. Meow.
Melody, if you're Sarah.
Darius is going to have a lot of powerful feelings tonight because he has been reunited with his wife.
Yay.
His
And is
wife.
going to have to
His wife.
grapple with the fact that he essentially gambled on letting her die earlier in a conversation in a dream. And he's going to have to be able to look his wife in the eye and remember that he did that.
Mhm.
So, some
I got the
powerful
vibe that-
feelings.
I got the
Fine.
vibe that Darius's wife is understanding of
I
situations.
also feel like she'd probably do the same thing, considering they are the same person, kinda.
Yes, but the fact that she might forgive him makes him feel more guilty.
Don't it
So,
just?
like-
There are some ways I know how to push Matt's buttons as a human. This is one of them.
To
This-
threaten someone that I like in a fiction love?
No, yeah,
Amazing.
in this situation that you find yourself in.
And for my horrible tease, I'm going to take a similar vein to Chad, where the thing it'll look like sort of like an HD remake of Fallout New Vegas. Turns out it's just an official mod pack. Like mod support, where you're like, now you, with a Bethesda's blessing, you can make your own town in the wasteland. And invite your friends and buy our asset packs.
And the Bethesda fans go, "Oh, it'll finally work."
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't have a good segue for this, actually. There's no safe segue here. Speaking of mods that do things, we have McKenna.
That do things?
Yeah, you do
What a
things. You ban
segue.
people from time to time.
I do. I've forgotten how to do it because it's been a while. But I was thinking like a computer mod, and I was like,
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know what you mean by that. I forgot that
McKenna is the
I'm
Matrix.
like, actively
means-
on Twitch as a mod right now.
It means, McKenna, that you aesthetically make games better.
Yes, and
I
here
do,
at
I
Tabletop
can.
Roles, we vet our mods. That's only relevant if you're part of the Minecraft community. So,
I promise not to do whatever that Minecraft mod guy did. I don't know what he
That's
was,
a-
but I bet you I've never done it and wouldn't
That's-
even cross my mind.
That's typically a safe bet.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name is McKenna Ray Tynan, Miss Tynan if you're nasty. And tonight I'm playing Experiment 3 version 13, also known as Evie if you're not nasty. And what game, so the question was what fake false release?
Yeah, so like your video, the game that you're releasing, you started off to make people think it's a different game, and then you pivot to it being this game instead.
They already did that to me, and it was Endless Ocean.
Yeah.
Luminous Ocean.
And they just made it bad.
They teased us with a new Endless Ocean, and then took everything that made the previous Endless Ocean games good, and killed it, shot it out back like an old dog, and made me pay $60 to find out how bad it was. So egg on my face
It's like
for wanting
120
something.
Canadian dollars.
I'm not gonna lie, that's how I felt about the Ni no Kuni games. Nobody come for me in the comments.
I'm sure
That is a hot
Comments. The
take.
comments aren't coming for you. I will be coming for you shortly, Maya.
You can fucking try. The art in that game, beautiful. The themes in that game, mildly misogynistic and racist.
Valid, actually. Know what? Valid. Valid.
I know I'm valid, Will.
No.
Ray Will
fully valid.
immediately was like,
Uh-huh. The
I
way
will-
I literally got that game so excited for it and then realized that like actual Studio Ghibli had very little to do with the plot.
Level 5. Ni no Kuni 2 is better.
I don't my faith
I
is
don't think
lost.
so.
My faith is lost in that. Especially
fair.
after seeing the like trailer for the movie that they made of it. I'm like, no.
Well,
I didn't know that
that's
happened.
that's a whole different.
I'm like,
Thing.
I want none of this franchise
I didn't know
anymore.
that happened.
That's fair. But strong feelings. Maya playing Rash tonight.
Always has to listen. Strong barbarian, strong feelings. Hi, I'm Maya playing your resident goblin granny barbarian Rashroglos. Happy to be back at the game, y'all.
I'm back.
Yeah, I took like a little teeny baby break.
Yeah.
Because I had my best friend in town last week, so.
Just
And then we went to.
jujitsu.
I was also gonna say, and then we went and saw a fun little show at the Hollywood Bowl.
certainly did.
Yeah, we did.
Yowie. Yowie?
Yeah, we
Yowie?
did.
Yowie?
Happy Pride.
It
Toxic
was
Yowie?
Yowie.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride!
Every buy is best buy. What was the question? Oh yeah. Toxic trailers.
Video game fake out.
I would do what plenty of ads have done to me on like reels and shit like that, where I would make a concept for a game that's incredibly intriguing and really, really cool, and the art looks really nice, and like the storyline and lore looks intriguing, especially the lore looks intriguing. And then I would never release it.
The season 2 anime problem.
My fucking blood boil.
Yeah.
Silent
Yeah.
Hills.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking of the like.
I would put the release date as April 1st
Oh,
and not put a year. And not put a year.
Every year,
Cool.
people are wondering if this is the year. I love that, Maya. That's glorious.
You're welcome. I'm evil sometimes.
But the exact opposite of evil, as I don't think they're capable of it. Rose
That's true.
playing
Very true.
Luna tonight.
Maybe a little mischief.
Oh, very mischief.
Maybe a little bit of evil.
I would struggle with like big evil, but maybe a tiny
Big.
evil as a treat. Hi
Evil as a
everybody,
treat.
I am Rosalie. I'm playing Luna, putting the Pow in Paladin and the Hop in Hope. And for my fake out trailer, imagine a black screen, a flash of gold sparkles. You hear the piano, bum 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 bum. You think, oh my god, they're finally gonna announce Kingdom Hearts 4. And
Oh
then
man.
it's a Chain of Memories remaster.
They already did that.
rage!
I think they've already done that more than once, which is why.
Yeah.
Which is why.
Which
it's
is why.
brilliant.
It's
Why
another
it's
remaster.
brilliant.
That
Okay,
I'm not
they've-
gonna lie. I liked Chain of Memories,
Just
and that
Raid
still
Shadow
would
It's
piss
the
me
card
off.
battler, like the card battler is the problem for it's just not a good card battle system,
I like it.
in my opinion.
I
It
know.
was surprisingly
I know I'm the
intuitive for the
minority, but
time.
I liked it.
I think.
Okay,
the
so then
only way-
alternative, you show like obviously like not actual gameplay footage. You show a beautiful, gorgeous cutscene for Kingdom Hearts 4, and then you cut to actual gameplay. And
And
it's
it's
a
Chain
card
of Memories.
battler.
Square
Yeah.
Enix, Sora,
With
and Final
sprites.
Fantasy 14 when?
No
Where's our
Unreal
progress?
5,
Oh,
none of
please
that.
no.
It's
I'm also not gonna lie. Like that would
sprites
still,
and card battler.
if they did that
Welcome
and
to
then
Quadratum.
they did Chain of Memories as another Chain of Memories remaster, I liked that game, and it would still piss me
Well,
off.
so no,
Reread Chain
they
of
could
Memories.
call it Chain of Memories Reforged.
I think
hate
the
you.
only way you could get to that level, also, and like make it maybe even a bit worse, is it is Chain of Memories, but instead of a remaster, it's like when they did the collections, and a couple of the games were just a collection of the
It's
cutscenes.
just a cut.
Oh, what they did to 358 over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
I
launch
will-
it, but they announce it like it's a game, and it's just a collection of the cutscenes.
I'm curious now, actually.
Beautiful.
Because
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
boy.
what if it's recoded? What if it's just a recoded
Oh my
remake?
god.
A remaster of the shitty cell phone game.
they did that for the DS. At the
But
time,
not
it
as
was
like a standalone. Wait, was it?
yeah, it was a standalone game. It's a 3DS game. It's literally sitting above
But
my
in
mantle.
the year in the year of our Lord Beyonce 2025.
Lord Beyond.
Took you a second.
Huh. And oddly enough, this is a weird thing for an old game like the Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2. It's only selling for like $70 on eBay. Huh. That's actually affordable. That's cool.
You could buy Mario Kart World almost for that.
Yeah.
But speaking of people who don't need Nintendo Worlds as they can make their own, we have Sarah playing
Yeah,
Captain
actually.
Cypress.
Maybe that'll be my next homebrew campaign. Who knows?
Mario
Nintendo
Kart
World.
World.
Let me in.
Mario Kart.
Let me
or
in.
just
Oh.
Nintendo World. Just a Nintendo World. Who knows?
me in.
If you do that, there's a manga I need to give you where
A la
it's
Super Mario RPG based sort of functionality worlds. Anyway.
Pick me.
Anyway, hi. I'm Sarah. I'm playing Cypress the Bard, Captain Cypress. And I would say honestly my thought process would be one of two options. One, a Silent Hill, where it seems like the trailer is like, hey, we're following a very original Norman Reedus character. Like, oh, this is going to be the game that we were waiting for this entire time. Oops, nope. Actual gameplay follows the story of his daughter. Get mad, gamer bros. Another
Vibes.
female protagonist.
Vibes.
are we still getting
on that
are they still
same-
getting mad about that?
Probably.
They're always
God,
getting
they're
mad about
always
that
getting
shit.
mad.
Make a point to
They
not
got
listen to
so
them.
so
Yeah.
on the other spectrum. So here's the thing is I would release the trailer for the next GTA game where I would just play it where the guy is the trailer makes it seem like the guy is the main character and the girl is just like, oh, that's just the girlfriend you go to. Get mad, main protagonist is that girlfriend, and the boyfriend is the one that hangs out at the house all the time.
Which is funny because the way it's advertised kind of leans that direction anyway, and they are mad.
They are bish mad. They're like, none of the other players have ever had a girl.
Self-reports.
GTA 4
Self-reports.
specifically had a plot line with a girl that the guy was trying to date the entire time, but she's not a criminal. So this one is, in fact, a criminal. And
criminal?
it's like, good for her. She's cool. I'd rather play her character,
There'll be
but
interactive crimes because you get to be doing them.
Yeah.
well, let's just say that
Yay.
Rockstar Games has a habit of not actually doing any female protagonists at
Ever.
all in any of
Boo.
their games
This will be the
Be a
ever.
woman,
time.
do crime.
So wouldn't it be great if they did that?
I'm still not going to play GTA. I just don't like the games.
That's fair.
Well,
Fair
the
enough.
the funny thing about GTA is
In
like
that
they can be
case.
interesting for what they are, but the actual moment to moment gameplay is not that great and never has
the-
been. Shooting in GTA sucks. It's like not good.
The most
I'm just not
interesting
very good
thing
at it.
the most interesting thing that GTA has given me over like the last decade has been the apparent divorce caused by a GTA roleplay server. But
Oh, I'm sure that's happened a number of times.
tonight, hello, I'm also Will, known as Tabletop Roles. I'll be GMing for the evening, and I have a couple of these that off the top of my head that I've been ruminating on today. I think I'm going to do the one that will possibly upset the least amount of people in this chat room. So imagine this: there's a blank screen, a star shoots across it, a nice, beautiful, like little gold yellow star with some rainbows behind it, and you just hear a poyo. Uh, and then Kirby lands on the ground in front of you, ready to Kirby up the world. And as they begin to inhale an enemy, it goes to a gotcha system because every Kirby transformation is a gotcha. And it's a gotcha game centered around Kirby, with each transformation being a different thing that you can get.
You know,
I feel like
actually-
Rose would
Wait.
love that.
I would play it.
There
actually,
it is.
given how many like weird offshoot, almost like free to play ish Kirby games they released,
I'm
in, like,
surprised that
random
doesn't
Nintendo
exist
Directs,
yet,
I'm surprised that it doesn't exist yet.
right?
Collect all Kirby's. It's just a collect-a-thon with like a little bit of gameplay in between. Or think of it as like open world where, you know, you walk around and you can change yourself into different Kirby's with different
Poyo!
effects.
Well,
Ah!
but yeah, a
Well.
Kirby gotcha game. Uh,
Kirby
listen-
has no gender, by the way, everybody. I would just like to point out that Kirby is non-binary.
I love that. I mean, Kirby's a
Kirby is
baby.
Kirby. Kirby
Kirby's
is
Kirby
Kirby.
is a Kirby.
Kirby is
Kirby
is a little
a
round ball.
baby eldritch being.
Yeah.
It's a baby eldritch monster.
yeah.
We love him for it.
And we love them for it. But that is all of our announcements. Chat, I'm going to roll the intro.
Yeah.
We're going to get into the game. We're going to have some fun in space. We're going to see Matt cry. It's going to be a good night. And we're back. Last time on the Astral Calling. As I try to slowly
I'm
make it
here,
so
I'm here,
Maya's
I'm here.
Oh, I thought you were trying to make sure you didn't say the wrong title.
No, you know what? It's been enough of a week where that was a very big possibility. I'm not going to lie, chat. There's been times over the last week at work, and, you know, when you work with a bunch of therapists, from time to time they will go for your throat. So as I'm walking and I'm absent-mindedly like, hey, I have to do this, and we'll take care of this, chat. And I say that unironically to myself now.
Nice.
I get some looks. Even
Welcome
like when
tonight.
even when I'm driving Emily home, I'll be like, hey, good, there we go, chat. We're getting home. And Emily's just like, who are you talking to, dear? It's like the amorphous Truman Show that is watching me. Anyway. Go watch the Truman
Yeah,
Show.
I mean, yeah.
Tonight on Astral Ambition.
Tonight on Astral Calling. Last time, specifically, our party went on their little road trip down south towards the Wicker Grove, where a massive ritual was going on, put on by the Chalcidian Order and everyone's favorite gal with a plan, Saldana.
The way you said that made it seem like it was going to rhyme and then it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Well, he was probably going to say gal with a pal, and then he remembered it's Pride Month.
Does that count? Matt, does that technically count?
Yes, it
Also,
does.
her pal is distinctly not here.
And
Well, she came to me in a dream.
And what is more sapphic than destroying the universe to bring back your lover?
That's so real, actually.
There's so I feel like there are so
Having
many
your
things
lover
that are
not be
worth talking
dead?
about.
I mean, yeah, but also, listen,
Eating
Doomed
box. What do you
gays
like?
is
I feel
a
like there's
trope.
just so many other options.
Sorry, McKenna, what was that?
You heard exactly what I said. I feel like there's so many other options. But before you get to ending all universes, not just
In
the
fact,
universe, but all of
By ending the universe, you are potentially wiping out a great deal of other sapphic relationships.
exactly.
So you're creating a negative of sapphic relationships, not a plus one.
Exactly.
The math.
I'm trying to think of a pun there, but I can't.
It's okay. Just pass right by it. You can quell that instinct.
I mean, it
And-
might get her a hero point.
It would have. If there would have
You
been a
can do
pun
without
there.
it.
I
But
couldn't think of a zinger in time.
in all seriousness,
Zing.
they're trying to prevent that ritual destroying the universe and this planet from happening. Part of that, they went towards the Wicked Grove where the ritual was taking place and where Darius knew Nito was being held.
Ayo.
Picking up a few passengers along the way, making a new friend, and getting some delightful poison from them. Our party came up upon basically the first guard post along the way up to the base. Well, deciding that they should deal with it, Vim went invisible and stalked behind the guard in the post. The two other
As one
guards.
does.
As Vim
Nobody
does.
argued against this plan.
Yes. And as they did so,
I fully
the-
back this plan.
the party rolled their car up to the guard post, rolled down the window. The guard and the guard post started talking to them, and then they recognized Luna. Vim, sticking to their initial plan, where when they rolled down the window, they were going to jump them, shot the guard in the back of the back, and took down their illusionary disguise, revealing Nito.
Who I immediately unpoisoned, by the way.
Yes.
Oops.
You know, I never thought to actually even think about this. What class would Nito be? Like, I don't think necessarily
Probably
a
also
cleric. Well, I don't know necessarily. They could be an
I mean,
artificer.
she's you.
Nito is,
That's true. She could be an artificer.
if we're speaking purely on stat line, Nito is a warlock.
Ow.
Interesting.
Oh, now I want to know what Eldritch Invocations they took. They are level 1. Oh no.
No.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
No,
Nito
if they were level-
is
If they were level 1, I
Dead.
would have killed them.
Nito is the celestial warlock.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Celestial Warlock's pretty solid.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't even know about the Celestial Warlocks. That's cool.
Mhm.
Oh, I love my wife. Every day there's something new and wonderful to discover.
Yes, for
Wow.
example, just how easily she is to be shot by Vim. So
Yeah.
after dealing with the other guards at that outpost,
Does
Uh,
not give you a very good AC.
after
I mean,
dealing with the other
warlocks.
guards at that outpost,
Warlocks.
the party began to calm down a bit, and Nito and Darius had a short reunite, which we'll be jumping back into right now as they are wrapped in each other's arms, purring and praying together.
I don't know in this situation
Mhm.
if Sarah, remind me, what behavior causes cats to actually kind of like swish their tails? Is it happiness or is it concern?
So there's 3 different ways in which they swish their tails. Well, there's actually like 18 different ways, but the 3 that you are referring to is you've got the one which is a very rapid, a la dog rapping, is anger.
Mm.
Slow and kind of curling is content. And just like up and twitchy is kind of happy.
So probably the tails are slow and languid, kind of swishing.
Probably. They seem to be alert, but also
And
happy.
you'll must forgive their lack of decorum, but probably some cheek-on-cheek rubbing. Just
Crazy.
Some nuzzling, if you will.
it's been indeterminate amount of time.
Nuzzle, ooh woo.
Ooh woo
It's
indeed.
been about like 4
Why don't you
months.
just gonna nuzzle?
It's been a hot
Yeah.
minute for the two of you. You've been separated for some time. Nito got kidnapped. And now the two of you are snuggling once again as Dr. Toletio looks over the two of them and just kind of sits in the back. The little thief that you had brought with you kind of says, all right, well, you guys got me here. I appreciate you all. You all
Wait,
rock.
pat him down before he leaves to make sure he has not stolen anything from the
I am an honest thief. I did not
You
take
are not.
anything.
That is
Game
a
is
contradiction
game.
in terms.
What is?
I take him by the ankle and I shake him.
Nothing pops out.
Nothing?
I said,
I find that more suspicious that
We
nothing
already
pops
frisked
out.
him and took his shit.
yeah, you already basically looted me like I was in some Elder
Oh, that's
Scrolls
fine
game. So,
then.
Might as well be.
to be honest with you all, listen, I know not to mess with the people who could kill me with a flick of their wrist. Points at Vim.
Wait, weren't you coming here to rescue somebody too?
And that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to be stealthy. I'm going to be quick. I'm going to be quiet. And most importantly, I am not going to be fearing for my life the entire time that I'm doing it. Ka-chow.
I could be
Ciao.
Sorry, my friends were rough
Anywhere.
on you.
Waka-chow.
And you know what?
You
They're
seem
not.
nice.
They're not as rough as the Calistician Order is on the people here. So it's all good.
I ka-chow back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, into the bushes, and they take out from their pants a little smoke bomb and they throw it on the ground. And then
Why
you
did
can
that
just
not pop
you can
out?
see you can fully see them walking into the bushes through the
Yeah, this is
smoke
like
bomb.
we fully just watched them.
It's a small wonder they were caught, but Darius is not paying attention to any of that right now.
No.
Mills is
did-
taking pictures for the blog.
If I noticed, I might be a little annoyed, but I'm really just gonna check. Like, is Nito still hurt in any
Oh
way?
yeah, Nito has a open wound.
Oh Jesus!
There was just a crossbow bolt fully in her back. That like as you're like hugging and like squeezing, you like feel like you can feel the wound, and you're like, oh no, that's
All
not
right.
good.
Well, Nito's
Blood.
getting. Usually, Matthew, the player, would be more concerned about conserving spell slots, but Darius is going to use a level 4 cure wounds on Nito.
That will help deal with her back very quickly.
After a long, just silent hugging, probably Darius just probably kind of takes her face in his hands very gently and just says, All is now right with the universe, dear heart. I am so sorry you have been put in this uh, situation, and I am beyond relieved to see that you are well. And my instinct is to keep you now close forever, but I know there are many times where you are better keeping care of yourself than I am, but
Are you
I
not
simply.
directly heading back into the place I just escaped from, dear?
Yes, but you can have this car and probably escape.
I can keep the car running for you all if you'd like. I'm not
That
going to
does
leave
sound like
you
it could be
here
useful.
after I have found you again, Darius.
Oh,
We like
hold
getaway
on.
car.
Hold on. I have another idea on that.
I wonder if it's the thing I just thought of.
What is that?
Your little recall thing. Could you set that to the car? Yeah.
Like a fob.
In fact,
Or not at all.
hold on a second. Hold on. Let me just do the math again, though. Myself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So, Luna, Evie, Rash, Vim, and Cypress. That's me plus 5 willing creatures. Yes. So, assuming no one else is coming with us, I can do the word of recall and potentially bop us back.
That's his big assumption. We tend to pick up strays.
Well,
And now we have a reason not to.
Looks
'cause we
at
can't
Millis.
take them with us.
Millis waves.
Wow, the Millis stray.
in fact,
In a loving way.
I mean, to be fair, Millis has been with you from the start of this adventure.
Yeah, she's like
if
the
anything,
first
Millis
stray.
picked us up.
Yes.
That's actually very valid. That's so true.
Millis
She
is
was
the
on the
emergency
Sunseeker
food.
It's
before I
almost
was.
like
It
she
was...
adopted us.
I would like to point out with the word of recall,
With
we
the
can
ward
actually
recall.
we can move the vehicle deep into the woods where it will not be seen from the road, but still be able to return to it easily. I'm trying to think of any other spells I can cast on Nito to keep her safe, but none of them will probably last long enough.
I will also say, because we don't know exactly how this works, but it is a good idea to put the vehicle like in the woods or somewhere where it's not going to be seen, because I suspect if you word of recall and that thing's in motion, we tumbling.
Oh Lord, we
I
tumbling.
didn't even think of that. Yeah, that would probably be the case.
So it's probably best that it gets somewhere hidden and stationary until we return.
Yes. No, yes.
Just wanna.
Well, which one is it?
Yeah, because like 2/3 of that was no.
And Millis says, yeah, no, what do you mean, Darius?
I simply meant no. I didn't think we would be moving.
No,
Yes,
yeah?
you were quite right.
Okay,
Sorry.
so no, yeah.
I was almost sort of responding to my own thoughts. I
I
apologize.
just wanted to put it in everybody's head that will be on both sides that like, yeah, this thing shouldn't move because that's a bad day.
I do apologize to the group. I must seem like I am falling to pieces, and I apologize for my overly emotional state.
Yeah, we were all very, very worried.
Yeah,
about
put
how
yourself back
emotional
together,
you
man.
were.
I'm trying very hard. Just not letting go of, like, not in a hard way, but just holding Nito's hands just constantly.
Oh, baby.
She is.
I look at my inventory if I can give her anything.
She is very much holding your hands tightly, Darius.
You know, because we're not going to give it, I am going to give her my little marvelous mount thing. The horse, in case she needs. I don't know how she would ride one, honestly, but like a horse sandwich.
Please, I want to see the fan art of Nito riding a horse.
She doesn't have to outrun the Chalcedonian Order. She just has to outrun the horse.
That's fair, actually.
I mean, the horse probably can just be resummoned, honestly. I don't think I've ever used it.
No, you didn't really need to, ever.
Yeah, so I will give her my marvelous mount.
Fair enough.
And this light crossbow I carry that I don't ever use. And most important of all, I kiss her forehead.
She kisses your nose.
Darius, feeling internally very guilty about gambling with Nito's life in that negotiation in the dream, tries very hard not to actually cry. Like just thinking, "Oh, I'm so happy she's back. I'm not sure I'm worthy of this woman anymore, but
She sees you like kind of spiraling a bit, and she just kind of like pulls you a little bit closer and says, "Darius, we are only here because we have each other.
we have to separate again so soon."
And you will come back to me, and I will come back to you. For no matter what universe is between us, we will always find each other."
I love you so much. I'm so sorry we've been apart. After this is all done, if you are
She
amenable,
immediately grabs your mouth and closes it. "My dear, do not plant a death flag in your back."
Nice.
No. Darius, instead of talking, and she just kisses you.
All right, I'm motivated. Let's go.
I'm motivated.
Matt, what's Darius's last name?
I'm trying to remember this now suddenly. Khalil.
Sorry, what? Khalil?
Khalil.
Khalil.
Khalia.
I'm Darius Khalil, cleric of the stars.
Amazing.
That's only going to hit like 3 people, but that's fine with me. Is what my brain now immediately went to, Maya.
Yep.
Death
Also,
becomes...
did Nito always have a vaguely European accent?
Okay, thank you for
It's
saying
been
something, 'cause
it
I
has
didn't
been
wanna
2
be-
years since I've done her
Thank
dialect.
you.
I'm
I
sorry.
saw the look on your face, McKenna, and I was like, I feel like I'm not alone in
It
this.
has been 2 years since I've done her voice. I apologize for that.
I don't think Nito ever had an accent though.
No, I
I'm
don't
like-
know either. It's just where my
Well-
brain went.
Well,
It's
she's
It's
vaguely
not just-
European now.
No, because Will, before stream on the Zoom call, I heard you under your breath going, Dedius. So you were planning to do it wasn't like an impulse choice.
It's
And
what
I want to know the thought process.
It's what I
Well-
remembered in my notes. I have notes about the voice for the different NPCs. Now, when we get to this point, though, it's been like a year and a half, and I sometimes can't read my own handwriting, so I have to guess.
I'm just saying.
So
McKenna,
what you're
if
saying
ever
is
you
your
think
handwriting
somebody
is
in one of
vaguely
these
European.
games is an imposter, just say the word. And
Viv
Um,
shoots her again.
Well,
imposter.
if it helps take any heat off of you, because my screen is always scrolled up to the top, for until like maybe like last session, I thought the Wicker Grove was on another planet.
I love this group.
Plus, I'm also
So
We
pretty.
great.
are
I'm
such a
pretty-
good
So
group.
great.
I am what I like to think of space brained, where I assume just in any science fiction thing, things are spread out because it's space and space is huge.
It's like it's the Star Wars syndrome of like
It is the
this
final
planet
frontier.
is this town, this and this environment, and that's it. And then this planet is this town and this environment, and that's it.
Space.
Planets are just one city.
One
Right.
city and one environment.
I mean, that's true for Coruscant, but that's the whole other thing.
Yeah,
Is
that one
literally
really
one.
blows up in people's faces, though. But
Coruscant never blew up.
oh right, that was
Yeah, that was
That was another planet.
Alderaan?
Alderaan.
Alderaan.
Alderaan
Yeah,
and
I
other
apologize.
place.
I would
Yeah.
get there eventually. I just named Alderaan places. Anyway,
No.
You're gonna have the Star Wars fans coming
No.
after you.
No, don't.
Will, I'm just saying, watch yourself. I'm going to be seeing you in person tomorrow.
I know I'm very excited. That's why I wore the shirt today, so we wouldn't accidentally match.
Why wouldn't you save it for tomorrow for that specific purpose?
Because we already did that when we went down to visit everyone last time.
I have a very specific shirt picked out for tomorrow, so
Oh.
no.
I'm debating wearing my Donald Duck casting Zeta Flare shirt because at the same time while we're doing the pre-release, Emily's doing the release for Lulu Arcana set. So, me and Emily, we're gonna spend time together. We'll just be in the same place doing 2 different TCGs.
Woo!
Anyway,
As one
Anyway.
does.
As one does.
Yeah,
We need
so
to save my wife by saving
Yes.
the universe.
so
My way.
once they separate,
Mhm.
Vin decides Darius still hasn't calmed down and slaps him with his -1 strength. Are you back? It's like, are you ready to go now?
What? Did something slap my armor really gently?
Tolatio will
Like
will keep an eye on Nito as well.
Like a half
Oh,
dissolved noodle?
that sounds like a threat.
Yeah,
No, he's nice.
Rash doesn't like that one
Nice
bit.
doesn't mean good.
I think this one is good.
I don't buy it.
Goodness.
Rash only buys it a tiny bit because she only heard like a very small snippet in the cart ride.
Sarah, also, you need to pair that glass with like a evil overlord outfit. That is like a perfect like, aha, my wine from my volcano lair.
Yeah.
You're muted, by the
Beautiful
way.
collection.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice.
Also something an evil villain would say.
Mm-hmm.
I have multiple colored glass. You know, blue, orange, red.
Sarah would be a
Good
very
for
good
dinner parties.
Sarah would be a very good villainess.
I would love that.
I can, yeah,
I'd watch that anime.
yeah, I would.
But
Darling,
Adventure.
you really
Oh, no.
should put that into play.
oh,
Where?
There we go.
Activated like a fucking sleeper agent.
Happy Pride.
Happy birthday, baby!
But yeah,
We
so
sim villainesses in this town.
Tolatio
which town is
and
that?
Maya town. Baya town.
I now want to run a Glitter Hearts game where instead of playing the magical girls, you're playing like the league of like evil people that are trying to destroy the universe.
Oops, all villainesses.
Oops, all
love
villainesses,
that.
but using the Glitter Heart system. That would work so well.
That'd be
I'd
fun.
play it. I would play it.
I
We're
actually
all
don't know that it
evil,
would.
but-
The glitter heart system is like decidedly revolving around friendship and
See, I don't
earning
know-
friendship points with people. Like that's a core
Villains can
part
be
of the mechanic.
friends.
I don't know anything about the glitter heart system, so you could
think
turn
I
it into
think-
minions.
I think the idea of playing different villains in a world where there's a bigger bad that's taking over and that won't stand, so now we have to be anti-heroes about this situation, or anti-villains as it were, in this situation, where it's like I think
The Harley
it can
Quinn
be
show.
done. Yeah, it can be done, but it has to be on a thin line of we're redeeming ourselves and more like, look, we want to do our villain thing, and you're ruining it by trying
Yeah.
to destroy the world we're trying to be villains in. So, like,
Yeah. We can't rule the world if it's destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, though, on an unrelated note to all of that conversation, the
Watch
story.
us fanfic writing in the chat.
Hey, I mean, nothing better. I think like part of the fun of tabletop RPGs are these moments where people break away from the game and jump into other things. It's an important part of the game, in my opinion.
Woo!
But Nito has declamped herself from Darius.
That's a
Deglomped.
Deglomped.
word choice.
You leave that shit at home. No glomping
Sorry.
here. No glomping allowed.
Do I need to Google what that is? Did I just...
I haven't heard
Glomping?
that since.
Yes, well, you've
Like,
just stepped in it
can't
egregiously. We're all
speak.
getting canceled.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh.
I
no,
have been-
no, it's not. It's
I-
not, Will.
I grew up.
It's just cringe culture.
Oh, that's fine.
I
It
grew
is
up
I'm
with
cringe, but I'm
convention
friends
nerd
who
culture.
friends that saved me in high school, middle school, and high school. They genuinely saved me.
Chad's just gone.
But they were absolutely the people who would do flying glomps. And
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, when you're the tallest and probably the strongest, you are the one that can
The
catch
glompy.
them.
Glomping?
I
I tend to be
unfortunately
the glompy.
was that person. I
I'm
unfortunately
now
was
imagining.
that
I'm now
person.
imagining what this is, and
Okay,
I'm
we
getting an
forgive
idea.
you.
Anyway, Darius says Darius and Nito have detached themselves. Tolatio is going to stay in the car with Millis and Nito.
The car.
And that'll be its own thing. Like, cut back to the car randomly where the three of them are just sitting there in silence.
Every once in a while, they try to argue over who has control of the radio.
Oh, no. This Tolatio is very much like hands off. He doesn't even hear music when it's playing if he doesn't want to. So it's good.
Wow. Boring.
I like this Tolatio personally.
Oh,
Sus.
how does he
He's
not
sus.
hear music if he doesn't want to?
The same way
I'm
that
assuming
I
he
don't
tunes it
hear the
out.
music. It's the same way that I don't
Honestly,
hear the music at work during the day where you just don't hear it.
Oh, he zones out.
Just
Not
turn it
hear or
into-
tune it out.
Look.
Yeah.
Tune it out.
All I'm saying is, so far, this version Tolatio seems like an okay guy.
But it's
Mind
too
you,
okay.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just enough of I
No.
regret everything in my life, and therefore
It's just too
this
conveniently like,
situation is
hey,
happening.
I'm going to say the things that will
There's
make
been
you
so
think
many evil doppelgangers
good.
at this point. You've lost the ability to trust, is what
To,
I'm
uh,
hearing.
Yeah, fully 100%.
Okay, cool. As long as we're
Yeah,
all
I
on the
totally-
same
I
page.
totally-
It's
have that
trauma. It's trauma, William.
Oh, dear.
It's
Well,
Papa's party.
Let's get you
For
some more of that
Papa's.
trauma.
Hi,
So,
baby. How are
you are all at the entry point right now to the base. There is a sort of like larger winding path that goes into the Wicker Grove proper, where a large structure is clearly visible. It appears to be a multi-tiered, metallic building.
A metal ziggurat?
Yes, a metal ziggurat.
How strange. 2 ziggurats in a week? Strange.
Where's the other ziggurat? Oh,
Monday.
yeah.
We're in
Technically,
it.
you're still in the ziggurat on Mondays, yeah.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Listen, a lot of my favorite villainous architecture is ziggurats. I don't know
I'm not-
why. I just like I like a good ziggurat.
That's a
think
fun
it's-
word to say.
Yeah, it's because I played a
Ziggurat.
lot of undead in WoW's RTS back in the day in Warcraft.
It's also an easy structure to build in Lego.
Yes, also that too.
I believe it.
It is not a Lego ziggurat though. This one appears to be made of a almost. Looking at the metal from this distance, you cannot tell exactly what it's made of, but it does like almost feel like mercurius. Mercurius?
Mercurial?
Mercurial.
Mercurial. Yeah, mercurial.
We got there. Yeah.
Like there's
Well,
almost
yeah.
like as you're
That's a weird
looking at
word.
it from this distance, there's almost like a little bit of like a wiggle in the building.
Not a wiggle.
The wiggles are here. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy.
Is it made of jello?
No, it's like a
salad.
it's like a sockwood. Sockwood? Solid liquid. It's like the
Viscous?
Jello.
That sounds like jello.
it's like it's slightly more firm than Eevee.
That would be a viscous substance. Yes.
Evie tried to
Gelatinous?
phase through wall.
No, you're not there yet. You just see it in the distance.
Lapis?
Oh, okay.
Is it
What?
cube shaped?
The gelatinous.
Oh,
Is
thank
it a
you.
gelatinous cube?
No.
I all I heard was a very echoey flatness. I was like,
They're
what?
just in a gelatinous cube. Can you imagine?
Lae'zel comes out and is like, Blacketh? What?
We're all over the place tonight.
There is
I-
a
Real.
manic
Yeah.
energy, and I am, as long as we can direct it.
It's been a hell of a week.
It has been.
Regardless, it's there.
It is there. It is in the distance, but it is there.
Oh my god.
In addition to that, on the top of it, you can see what appears to be a shuttle parked. And as you begin to try to figure out where that shuttle is going, you look into the skyline, and you can see directly above the ziggurat is what appears to be one of those massive Calistigian Order ships, one of the flagships.
Perhaps we should best get inside if we can, so we are not as exposed.
I second
Hmm.
that opinion.
Is there a way to sneak in? I mean, my assumption is if they're up there, they went in from the top, but also like maybe not go through quote unquote the front door.
I look at the front door.
Well,
Yeah, can we tell? Are there anybody like watching out?
if you move up a little bit closer to the structure, you can see that there is basically an active military base. There's Calistigian knights and gunners basically marching in formation. There appears to be some sort of Calistigian garden gnome in like Calistigian armor that has been stuck on the edge of the base.
Seems far too whimsical for them.
Does the gnome look whimsical?
No, it looks like a Calistigian order gnome. And
Bless
then
you.
looking at it, that was probably an actual gnome at some point.
Hmm. Does it look like there are any, bless you, does it look like there are any like entry points that don't look super looked after?
Not from this angle. It looks like any sort of entry into this area is going to be challenging depending on how you want to go about it.
Yeah, but which
There
one
are-
looks like the least amount of guards to
So
take
there
out?
are what appears to be 3 main entrances. Number 1, the one from the very top, but you need a way up to get into that one.
Hmm.
Number 2, there is what appears to be just a front door entry point. Large base front door. Basically imagine like a pair of sliding doors that are inlet into the ziggurat with like a small sort of like long hallway. And then as you sort of look around, you can notice that there is what appears to be basically like a back door. Appears to be like some sort of utility door. And that without any checks is what you can see.
I always think a utility door is a good idea.
I also kind of want to make a check for, I should have my sheet out. That would be helpful. I want to make a check for like any sort of like hidey hole points of entry, like not a traditional door per
Yeah,
se.
make me a perception or survival or
You know, like
investigation.
any like sewage or servants
Yeah,
entrance kind of vibe.
if you want some additional entrances like that, anyone can make perception, investigation, or survival.
All right, perception it is. Because that's my best one, I think. Well,
Rolls a
there you
1.
go.
So, Rash, you find what appears to be an entrance into a secret underground section. It's out in the middle of like the woods. It's very far from the base, so it's very well like hidden. And it has like an old like submarine door, like on the basically like the lid of a submarine, except it's like the old timey one with the wheel. What would you like to do, Rash?
Well, hmm.
Do you pop it open?
Do I pop it open? What would Rash do? She's not gonna pop it open.
Okay. As you're standing there, you do notice a funny smell and realize that you've just come across a septic tank.
Disgusting.
Yep.
Smells like my
Disgusting.
smells like my Aunt Mildred's.
Smells like Teen Spirit. Vim, on the other
Actually,
hand.
yeah, smells like my goblin teenagers. You know, if they were still alive.
Vim, on the other hand, manages to find something pretty interesting. There appears to be a sort of like cubic storage center. It looks like a bunch of waste products that have been put into cubes. And there's a conveyor belt with a walkway beside it that appears to be some sort of like trash chute and trash entry. That would be decently accessible and pretty easy to get into.
When you say, I may be misinterpreting, but when you talk about cubic storage center and then a trash suit, what I'm hearing is trash compactor.
Yeah. Like
don't
think
know that-
Wally.
Trash chute and trash compactor are two very different things.
Well, I mean, you could have a trash compactor that goes onto a chute to get rid of the compacted trash cubes, but I don't know if going up into the trash compactor is a
good
great
thing.
idea.
Yeah, I've got a trash chute right outside my door. It does not empty into a compactor. But this one, to clarify, does have a compactor.
Oh, good.
It would, or at least would appear to.
It would appear that it would. Like, the cubes that are coming out of it are maybe like 4 foot by 4 foot. It'd be like a large sized Wally, basically.
Wow. Hmm.
Una. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's there.
I mean, at the very least, even if we went into the trash compactor and things went bad, at least Evie would survive.
That's true.
I mean,
Oh.
to be.
You're muted. Oh, no, you're
Nope.
not. You're just quiet. Or maybe my ears don't work.
No, you're just quiet.
Are these things on?
No, you were right, Rose.
No.
Okay.
I think every now and then, unfortunately, it doesn't pick up initially. We've seen that the last time too on Monday.
Start every sentence with just going "ma" first, and then start talking.
Anyway,
There we go. It works. It works.
It worked.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that gang.
Ma.
No, Evie was just
Is
saying
that-
that like it would depend on how small the compactor compacted.
Yeah, it's like 5 foot by 5 foot cubes.
Ah. It's actually pretty big if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rash would probably be fine.
Everyone turns to look at the cat centaur man.
Yeah, we have a group, like, and we don't know the actual, like, pathway. 4 foot by 4 foot. It's not, that's not actually all that promising.
God, this is where sometimes I wish we had like a wizard with a familiar that can just fly into things.
I think maybe the utility entrance would still be the best.
Need a decision.
Where's the tunnel entrance?
On the side?
Yep. It's on the
Well-
side, it's opposite of the utility entrance.
I'm gonna sneak around and kind of like peer through the initial area of it.
Okay. Rash, as you begin to enter the base,
I said sneakily. I'm rolling stealth.
We are going to enter into a skills challenge.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Oh.
The goal of the skills challenge is rather simple. It is to make your way into the heart of this Calistigian Order base. And as our party rolls for initiative for the skills challenge, we'll be right back after a short commercial break.
Wow.
And we're back. So, we have rolled initiative. Or we are rolling initiative.
Cypress and I have.
We are actively rolling initiative. I don't
I have
know
to
about
find my
y'all.
token.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
rolled
rolled dick
initiative.
yet.
Well, I hope not.
Well, to be fair, this is just in the
Ow.
sort of like amorphous.
Let's see if I
Alrighty.
get better on the second one.
Might.
Nope,
You
let's go with the
did.
21.
You know what? I do like a good 21. Oh, there you go. I didn't have to change it. You rock, Maya.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Got you.
Alright, so the goal of the skills challenge is to infiltrate the space. How you do that and what your characters do is entirely up to you. Just know that if you split the party, I will honor that.
What is that? Sounds like a threat.
So,
Half of what
Or
That
DMs
was
say.
definitely a threat.
Half of what DMs say are threats. I should know.
But that was
What?
like specifically.
Luna.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start things off and make everybody else upset by stealing stealth as my first one.
Well, remember, this isn't
No.
Lord Kensington, so you can use the same skills. It's
Just
only
not-
Lord.
Oh,
It's only the
okay.
Lord Kensington ones that you can't.
Okay, well then, yeah, we're gonna try and get in there quietly and unseen to start.
Yeah. Which entry point are you using, Luna? They each have different
Remind me the two
DCs.
options.
So 3 options: the trash compactor entry, the maintenance entry, and the front door.
I think
Oh.
we had talked about doing the maintenance entry, had we not?
That
Yes, you as a party
was
had
my
talked about
instinct.
that.
You did. I had to step away real fast, so I missed that part of the discussion. But that was my instinct too, so we'll go that way.
Okay. Luna, you approach the maintenance door. You manage to basically get onto the base where they are doing a number of like sort of military drills. I think very like Cadet Kelly marching colors.
I love Cadet Kelly. Happy Pride.
And you manage to make it across pretty safely and quickly.
With the 27, I should hope so.
And when you arrive at that maintenance door, you open it up and it has been left unlocked. There is one issue. As you open that door, directly in the ground in front of you is an unconscious guy. Just fully unconscious and basically only in his underwear. And he's starting to wake up. Rash, you are still on the outskirts of the base.
I was gonna go down the tunnel, but I've seen Luna veer off once again, and instinct takes over. I follow Luna.
All right, how are you going to catch up?
How am I gonna catch up? How am I gonna? I mean, can I use some acrobatics to do some like skillful tumbling?
I'm totally okay with that.
Nice.
Okay.
I assume I see the same thing.
Yeah, you see that you catch up with Luna, you see the same thing. It looks like he's close, but he's not quite like coming to you yet. Vim.
Am I allowed to? Damn it.
Yes. I want to and go ahead and you have this person is they're coming to. They look like they. I mean, let's face it. It looks like whoever broke in. Maybe that guy earlier, but I don't know. This feels a lot more competent than that. But um, somebody broke in probably and looted this guy.
Mhm.
Um, I guess can I just do like I don't know a quick? I guess it'd be survival to try and like tie this guy up.
Yeah, I will let you sort of swoop in there. We've had a couple people make it safely across, so that's okay with me. If you want to make a survival check just to tie this guy up real good, you can.
My brain went enter his brain and drive him mad.
Well, he's not sleeping anymore.
No, he's
I know.
starting to wake up. He's not
Well,
quite
Natural
that's a
coming
nat
to.
20.
For a 30.
You tie this guy up with such precision, speed, and skill that it is impressive. And there is just a convenient sort of like locker that you can shove him into if you want.
Okay. That'll work. Because, not to point out anybody, but I don't think Darius is sneaking past
Well, I think at this point now
assume you
everyone's
also gagged this guy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, that would
assuming.
be part of the tying up process for this situation.
And I think like as you all basically as Vim is taking care of that, everyone else is able to actually get up to this point pretty easily. Evie, you're within the maintenance room now of this ziggurat. What would you like to do?
Maybe do an investigation to see, like, where would be a good place to go. If we're in the maintenance area, maybe there's, like, I don't know, some maintenance areas have little, like, maps, and that might be too much to ask, but any clues on, like, the
Maybe like a
layout, where to go,
fire
where it's
escape route
safe.
map?
Exactly, exactly.
Make me an investigation check.
Oh, no. 16?
Would you like to keep that?
I'll use nothing. I'm going to keep that.
All right, that is unfortunately a failure. Evie, as you are looking around this area, can you make me a perception check?
No.
I believe in you.
19? That's
19.
a net 19 on the die face, by the way, because I have a plus
That's
0 to
enough.
perception.
You notice as you're like looking for this map, you don't find a map, but you do notice for a split second part of the building, like almost like a skin tag of the building on the inside here,
Ew.
and then it just drops to the ground and reforms with itself.
Okay. A skin tag drops
Yeah.
to the ground and
It's like a
reforms?
little skin tag. It's
Hate
like a
that.
little big droplet of like goop, and then it just
Hate that.
and spreads out across the ground and like
That
matches
was
with the
really
tile.
gross.
So
I
part of the wall
disliked
melted.
all of that.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Watch out for skin tags.
You're it?
I mean, I do have to ask, is the floor made of the same stuff that the rest is made of?
No, the floor appears to be made of like a decently like boring granite tile.
Oh, we're in a jello mold.
But like the building like walls appear to be made out of metal. So that like somewhat viscous metal.
Gelatinous metal, I see. I see.
Can I make
So
an
really
insight
mercurial,
check?
like actual mercury.
Yeah,
I
like
like to-
really mercurial.
I'd like to make an insight check to try and really determine what's going on with this structure now that we're inside and sort of out of sight.
Go for it.
Dang. Darius is locked in.
Matt,
Nice.
Darius comes to a realization with that natural 20.
Hey.
This building is not an inanimate object.
God damn it.
You see here, this has a deck save.
It's a giant Eevee.
It appears to be basically like almost like as if a plasmoid was crafted into a structure.
So I'm correct.
Yes.
It's a shiny Eevee.
It's
Quick,
it's
Luna,
almost like a
romance the Eevee.
Oh
it's
no.
it's almost
No.
like it's almost like a sentient building.
I mean,
I
we've
do
got
ha-
the sentient ship.
I do have to ask, how am I determining that it beyond being alive? How am I determining that it's sentient?
Well, you can see like as you like put pressure onto the wall, like it will like move itself. It will like you do a couple of like just like tests like that.
You push it real hard and it goes, ow.
you
Not
tickle
quite,
it, you go coochie coochie coo, and it giggles.
Are you sharing that?
I'm gonna say quiet, like, everyone, cautious. I think not only is this building both liquidy and alive, but I think it may have some form of consciousness. I'm not sure how sentient it might be. I'm not sure if it's capable of communication, but we best be careful about any sort of damaging attacks or abilities, because I would hate for, say, an entire corridor to contract and possibly crush us all.
It's at that moment that everyone can now make me a perception check.
Potentially friendly? I mean,
Where's a bard? Oh, well, we do have a bard. Cypress, seduce the building.
I was gonna say Rash tries to feed a cookie to the wall.
Aw.
It's just
How do
kind of
you-
like it shores up like a wall would, and you basically just like smash a cookie on a wall.
I just push the cookie into the viscous wall.
Vim,
Slowly fall.
Does it
slowly
absorb
gets,
it?
like,
Is it a
Yes.
chocolate
and then it
chip
just kind of
cookie?
like sits there in the middle of it.
I was gonna say, does it absorb the cookie?
it
Do we
doesn't
see it
absorb the cookie. It
dissolve?
goes like full
Oh.
wall mode, and the cookie just sort of
Oh.
like as you know, it's like you're pushing a cookie against a metal wall, Ratch.
Well, I guess it does not like cookies.
Vim, with that,
Maybe it likes.
with that 21, you will notice that basically tucked behind like the lockers in like a sort of like corner of the room, there is what appears to be a interface. There's a like console attached to the wall, and on that wall there appears to be a little bunny basically on the screen.
Oh.
Like a little purple star-coated bunny.
I pointed out, but I was like, I'm having really bad feelings about this place.
And this is now where we hit a pause on the skills challenge as we enter our first mid-skills challenge scene. This scene will affect how you do in future parts of the skills challenge, and it will affect other things that are available to you.
Choose your own adventure.
Yes. As this console notices, it kind of hums to life, and you will all mentally hear in your heads, hello!
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome, new recruits, to the Calistigian Order. My name is Station Construct X12.
Oh, okay. Not an AP then.
Thank you very
good.
much.
Station Construct X12.
It is very nice to meet you. I hope we can be friends.
What sort of snacks
Oh,
do you
yes.
like?
I am a building. I do not require sustenance.
But you're like alive.
But
All
what
right,
would you
G.
like? You don't have to require it to like something.
I am a building. I do not require sustenance.
Construct X.
We
But-
shall try different ones until we find something you like.
But are you alive?
Yes, I think I am.
You did not like cookie.
I cannot eat cookies. I have no digestive tract.
Oh, I
G.
see. I see. I shall have to get creative.
Construct.
I cannot eat things. I am a building.
G.
Right.
I'm gonna
Oh.
call you G.
G?
G.
All right, if that's what you want to call me.
I like that. G.
Gee,
Hello, G.
rolls
Hello.
off the tongue.
I was just thinking like X12 if I was looking at it. If it was written down, it looks like a G.
Works as well as anything else, I suppose.
I suppose it
Astute.
does. And like the bunny now hold up a little sign that says X12, and then they like look at it. I suppose it does.
Look, I don't do the
Adorable.
numbers games with names. I mean, unless it is quite literally. I mean, I do apologize. I did just give you a name because I do nickname things and all that stuff. But honestly, if you prefer not, you just tell me no.
That is fine. Many of the units here often give me nicknames. Let's see. Some
Oh,
call me
like
Useless
what?
Blob. Others call me the Metal Watch. Others call me the Living Compactor. That one's a fun
Well,
one.
useless blob seems really mean. I do not like that at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with G.
One of you
Who's
can
saying things like this to you?
make me a persuasion check to
Not me.
make an impression on this building.
Oh, who has good
I
persuasion?
I imagine it'll be
That'd
me
be
or
a
Sarah.
31.
Yeah.
For me.
Nice. Thank God,
with
Sarah.
you know what? I think G should be your name from now on. It's a pretty name, and I think it works perfectly well with just what you are.
I think it's a very pretty name as well, but I do also like to allow people to customize sort of how they call me, and I do have the memory capacity for it, so any name people want is usually okay with me, but you're definitely free to call me G.
Well, what do
We
you
shall
want?
do that.
I want whatever would make you all happiest and most comfortable. I am a building. That is my purpose.
Are
Do you
Can you
like
make our-
being building?
Passage through easier?
I don't have a concept of likes or disliked. I am a building. I don't like it when it rains. It makes me feel cold.
Oh.
I do
Well,
like
there
it
you
when the
go.
sun's out, so I suppose I have some form of a concept. I could make it easier. Are you all not members of the Chalcidian Order?
We are new and are having trouble finding way.
Make me a deception check. Rash, you have advantage because
Oh.
G likes you.
Funny you should mention that.
You said I have advantage.
Yes.
Thank God. Okay.
Guidance?
Yeah, I'll allow it. You
I
can
just pat
Baldur's
on
you
the
can
shoulder.
Baldur's Gate this.
Yeah. Do we have any inspiration?
It's a nat 20.
Your guidance.
Don't need it. Don't need it.
Y'all are on fire tonight.
Third one.
Whoa. Especially, I'm really glad for that advantage because that other roll sucked.
Yeah.
G will say, "Oh, if you are all lost, I am more than happy to provide you with blueprints for the building. Is there anything in particular that you are looking for? There's a number of facilities. We, of course, have the boarding facilities as well as the comfort facilities. And then, of course, there's the work facilities as well.
What are comfort facilities like?
Yes, well, we have, of course, the Chalcidian Spa.
Oh.
what are the
Amenity.
what are the
color me
facilities?
interested.
What are the facilities
Are you
where?
sure?
What are the facilities where not that many people go to?
I was going to say, if we need to have our orientation, perhaps we should go to the head office.
The head office is located at the higher parts of the ziggurat. Grand Necromancer Thalathorn is ready to meet with all people who are new to this building.
Excellent.
Also, just kind of curious. Are you able to change pathways?
I am not able to change pathways, but as a defense mechanism, should there be intruders inside of me, I am able to collapse my insides and crush them to death.
Oh.
Okay. So, do you have
I
any
wish
like
I could do that.
It's a very useful ability,
concept
especially
or-
when the local wildlife gets in here.
Yikes. Do you have any concept of the things that happen in this building? Like,
Yes, I have a very good concept. Anytime a part of me drips onto the floor, I get to see a little bit of that area. That's how I saw all of you shortly and produced a console here.
Thank
Hmm.
you. That was very helpful.
so, so are you just pretty neutral on the things that usually go on here?
No, I am a member of the Chalcidian Order. We will destroy the universe, and that is what we will do.
And how does that make you feel?
I do not have any feelings about the destruction of the universe. I am a building.
Interesting.
Even
But do you
if-
have no thoughts or feelings about the destruction of yourself?
I will be remade.
Yep,
That's
that's
fair enough.
exactly how it works.
That's
I
fair
am a
enough.
building.
That's why
Oh,
we're here. We
yeah.
like that. That's a great deal.
So
Oh,
yeah,
You said you like being warm, yes?
Yes.
Rash is going to just like gently place her creme brulee on the wall again and just like lightly heat it up since it is a magical fire object.
Considering my scale, that is highly ineffective, but the thought is very thanked for.
I tried.
So yeah, I guess directions up to
Anyone-
the head office and some blueprints would be good then.
Yes, of course. I will gladly help you. Anyone who wants to make me an insight check.
Okay.
Why not?
Luna, this building feels like
A nat
you.
20 from Darius.
Darius, this building feels like Luna. It feels like a personality was shaped to be similar to Luna.
Oh no, they actually made the hypothetical offspring of Luna and Evie.
And it's a building.
and indoctrinated it into the cult.
Well, it seems like we're just gonna have to pull a Luna and bring it to our side, is all I'm saying.
I would say let's be real careful doing that with the thing that might happily crush everything, crush us all to
Oh.
death.
I
Rash is
like
still
her.
trying. While this is going on, Rash is still trying to figure out like
Oh,
different methods of heating.
well,
Yes, Matt.
so the building is a creature.
Yes.
It is alive.
Yes. It does have a dexterity saving throw.
What would happen potentially if I tried to banish it?
You don't know.
I don't want to be inside when you figure that out.
Would you like to attempt
I
to
mean,
banish the building?
No, not right now. Not while we're
Would
inside.
I will be 100% honest here because I can't help out much any other way, stat wise. Do you want me to seduce the building?
I feel like it's level of
I feel like
It's
if anything,
not outside of my purview here.
Seduce is
It's
maybe a
one
little
of the
strong.
if it's,
it's
like
one of the
if
few
it's like
things
Luna,
I can do.
if it's like Luna, it might prefer someone like Eevee.
No, its personality is just modeled to be similar to Luna's.
I'm saying we might just be able to like show it the wider world and stuff, and give it a different perspective that maybe it can
Friendship.
change.
maybe,
Yeah,
but
this is all out of character. I'm saying this.
But it would be cool to do that while not in crushing range.
Yeah, we should maybe wait.
But regardless, what are we doing here, by the way?
We're
Here.
going up to see Shalathorn? Yes.
So, Lady Saldana.
Yes, Lady
Oh, Lady
Saldana is
Saldana.
currently in the process of completing the ritual of
That's
Magna
right.
Mopai.
Will said Shalathorn earlier and I
Yes.
got confused.
All right.
In order to reunite herself with her love.
Bye.
Yes.
Yes. Should it all go well, all of the
Ah.
current creatures in this vicinity with astral hearts will have their souls drained, and Charlothon will be remade.
That doesn't.
Praise
I
be.
mean,
Huzzah!
That's the thing we're here for.
Yeah.
That is going on at the top level. It is currently restricted access for access for members of the Calistigian Order. However, if you have proper credentials, I am more than happy to direct you.
funny you should mention that.
Go off, Cypress.
Have we looted anybody with credentials?
The one
Probably not
person
the
that we
proper
the one
amount.
person that we found
It is
was already
actually
looted.
very funny that you say that. I am an old friend of Lady Saldana's. In fact, she likes me so much. If you take a look, and she like spins around in her purple coat with her bunny ears, and she's like, "You are actually based on me."
So that will give someone advantage on a persuasion
I'm gonna
check to
try
make
a
request.
persuasion check here
Okay.
then.
26.
Oh, that is a small world. Or I suppose a small galaxy, although is it much smaller than what there
Well,
used
it
to
is
be?
getting smaller thanks to the
Yes.
hard work that Lady Saldana is doing.
Yeah. Hard work. That's the word for it.
And I want to
It
be
is
here
very
to
hard
help
work.
support her in these final crucial moments.
Of course.
And we're here supporting her.
If I can then collect your names, I will gladly find my records to see if you're mentioned in them.
Okay, so here's where I'm gonna ask. Having traveled with Sildana for, a time, do I know any other friends that she might have had?
You have your memories back now. It's just a matter of accessing them. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
I do have also an idea, but I don't want to be the one that pitches it to the
I'm
building.
gonna make a hero point on that.
Unfortunately, you do not remember any names. DC was 20.
I have a thought. But I'm gonna maybe someone else can pitch it to the building because will not be good at actually.
She's just going to be honest and say, I am Luna, and I am here to support my friend Sildana. I think she's been waiting for that for a long time.
I'm Warden Cypress.
Cypress, make me a deception check.
And I'm hoping those two names are enough.
So
That's good. That'll be enough. That'll be a success for you. At the mention of those two names.
oh
Heyo.
boy.
Oh, excellent! You've arrived just in time. She has been very much looking forward to you coming around, as you inevitably would, Luna. Here, and they will exert themselves. You will hear it. If you could imagine a building like going, "Eh," you will hear a building exerting itself, creaking and changing to cause a elevator shaft to appear directly beside you all.
Is that
That is
painful?
very kind of you.
It is slightly uncomfortable, but it is not painful. I am a building. I do not feel pain.
I've
You
had
did
dreams
say it
about
was
this.
uncomfortable. We don't
That
want
is
you to
okay.
be uncomfortable.
It will all be over soon, as the universe will be remade. Shall we get in the elevator, everybody? We don't want to keep her waiting.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
we
Right.
don't.
Yep.
I
Let's
pat the wall
go.
one more time.
Give it another cookie.
This is wonderful.
It doesn't like cookies.
Oh right.
Hey,
Uh,
I do
quick
warm
la-
it a little bit one more time in the
Quick
in the
last
warm
question.
spot.
Do you like sleep?
No.
Hmm.
So
Poor
Oh,
Viv.
Don't trust things that don't sleep.
Oh no.
So you don't
As-
trust elves?
as the party enters the elevator,
friends.
Racist.
the doors close and you begin to
Yep.
feel the elevator moving upwards. As you are in this elevator ride, that is where we are going to stop for our next commercial break.
Okay.
Oh god, it's a
As the elevator comes to a stop, after a short time, long enough for an ad break or a loading screen, the doors open and you find yourself in a sparse, Spartan-like chamber. It is a bedroom with a desk, a console, and that is it. There are no windows, there is no filigree, there is no decoration. It is simply a bedroom. And after a few moments, the door opens. And stepping through, Sildana.
We gonna wail on her or what?
Her taking a few minutes, looks at all of you. I assume you were not here because you've come to side.
I am here because Charlatan came to me in a dream with
I
a
didn't do it.
message.
I didn't do it.
Daggers. Vim. And I suppose, and she looks at you, Cypress. I can thank you for Gigi's new name.
I think it's a wonderful name, personally.
If she is happy with it, I'm more than happy to indulge her.
Mighty accommodating of you.
It's the least that I can do.
The least.
You can see that she immediately make me an insight check, Luna.
Okay.
She immediately veered the subject away, just pure desperation.
But,
Evie, good to see you.
Why?
Charlatan came to me in a dream. Do you know what that means?
It means I'm almost done, and we'll almost
it means
have her
that
back.
a piece of her is still out there, right now.
Yes, and I'm going to call them all back with this ritual.
She asked me to convince you not to. There's another way, she says, that we can all be together again. But this isn't it.
A immense pressure enters the room. Can everyone make me either a wisdom, charisma, or intelligence saving throw?
We're all in an elevator, so you all have +5 because you're all within 10
Well,
feet
no,
of
you're
me.
just outside of the
Right?
elevator, but you're in the
I
bedroom.
assume
We're
we're
close
still
enough.
within 10 feet, though.
Yes,
Y'all
you're
are
all
still
within 10
close
feet.
enough. What were the 3 options?
The intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
Ah, shit.
All right, so
Saving,
Hold
you
on,
said?
hold on. I have to
Yes.
find my charisma.
And you said,
Where are you?
wait,
There you are.
Rose, what are we
There you go.
adding?
+5.
yeah, so Evie, you got a
33?
33. That is a
No,
success.
that's not good.
Luna, you got
32.
I have a
really hope that
26.
plus. Do you get your own bonus?
I include it automatically because I'm always within 10 feet of myself, so I just added it to the roller.
It'd be weird if you
That's
didn't.
so real.
I'm always within 10 feet of myself. Unless I'm ever not.
I was
Luna,
gonna say,
you-
unless you're astral projecting, I guess.
Technically, I think the only time you wouldn't is if you were
Thank you
doing
for
death
copying my
saves because you
stim,
have to
Matt.
be conscious.
On the stream, we're in
Luna,
opposite
you get
corners, too.
you get a partial success. Darius,
Oh, if
30.
that is a full
Partial.
success.
partial
Vim.
success.
Locked. Husband is locked
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and re-roll. I'm gonna use my
Well,
thing.
wait till
I
we're
was gonna
there.
say I could do better, but I am out of hero
No,
points.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll save
Vim.
my hero point.
What do you end up with?
30.
A success. Cypress,
32.
a success.
Jesus.
Rash,
It's a 19.
a failure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck.
I will begin with Rash.
Okay. It's
Rash,
fine.
as Sildana activates whatever aura is around her, you immediately feel the physical representation of everything you have lost weigh you down.
Oof, that's rough for Rash.
Yeah.
You can fuck me. You
Palpably?
can palpably feel every single person that is no longer near you as if they are on your back. Your movement is reduced to 0. You cannot do actions or reactions.
Stunned.
May I use a rave necklace to end one magical effect
Well,
that's
wait.
affecting Rash?
We're
Also,
still not
As
done
a
yet.
free action.
Also, just as
Forgot about the rave
a
necklace.
quick question,
Yep.
I'm assuming not. Is this a charm or fear?
This is a fear.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a fear effect.
Oh, so then Vim's
sh-
just immune.
well, no, I would have had advantage, but it doesn't matter. She has to do the save.
What?
I can
Oh,
bounce. I can bounce successful
That's
saves.
right. Vim has his rubber glue nonsense.
Yeah, as
Well,
long
I
as
also have counter charm, so
as long as me or somebody I see succeeds a charm or fear save, I can bounce it back to somebody within 30 or 60 feet.
Do you
Yeah,
want
see
her
what
to
she
feel
gets.
all the
However-
loss? Wait, do you want her to feel all the loss that she's experienced really
She
deeply?
fails.
She already does.
Vim.
Oh,
It also might make her feel guilty.
Holy
it might
shit.
make her go worse.
Holy shit. I did not
Can it-
anticipate this one coming
Can it
in
be
like
worse?
this. She will also fail then in that case. Everyone who succeeded, that feeling is on your backs, but it is bearable because you are with friends.
Doesn't matter what's on my back. I got my wife in
You
my
simply
heart.
just lose the ability to do reactions.
For me? What?
For the
What happened?
for everyone else who succeeded, just they lose reaction ability.
Okay.
For Charlathon, for Sildana, brain. I have to stop
Every
looking at
time.
my notes. It happens every time because they're both so similar in my brain.
that's what happens when you use an S on the same one.
Yeah.
Especially for characters that are so tightly connected.
As Vim bounces this effect back onto her, it is almost immeasurable, the weight that begins to push down on this woman. The terrifying thing about it is that through every universe she destroyed, through every person that was close to her that she lost, for every Luna that she executed, that weight comes crashing down on her, but she still stands.
That's what therapy is for.
Can I walk forward and just hug this woman?
Oof.
You
What happened
reach,
last time this woman hugged you?
I
you
know.
reach out and
Okay.
you hug her. She cannot do reactions. She cannot use abilities. She has to sit there and take it.
Take the hug.
You will receive our love.
She has to accept. She cannot do anything to prevent the hug. The hug happens. Luna,
Mm-hmm.
make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Can I give guidance, or is this really a Luna on their own?
This is going to be a Luna on their own thing.
All right, that's fair.
34.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're worried about. It's Luna.
It's all love now. It's all love now.
It's love
now.
for a mother.
As you hug her, this magical effect that is still affecting her, you can feel it lessen. You can feel as if just simply your presence, your closeness again, has relieved some of that pressure that she had put onto herself, that her own consciousness had put onto herself. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Can Rash speak? I know she can't move.
Yeah, you can all speak. You haven't lost ability speed. You just lost Rash. You've just lost your movement speed 0, and you can't do like actions or reactions.
I think Rash, at this point in her life, and feeling the weight of all of her family and her god and her ancestors all dead and all weighing down on her. I think this is maybe the closest she's felt to kinship with Sildana.
Mhm.
And so she, especially because she had now she has taken the path of the ancestral guardian instead of continuing with her righteous path of the zealot for a while now. She takes a long look at Sildana and actually makes a genuine attempt at understanding where this woman is coming from. And I think she does. I think she just looks at her. I think she just looks at her and just nods and lets the weight be there.
Rash, roll for me a athletics check, because this is going to be strength plus proficiency, and I know that your athletics is already set for that. So this will roll for this moment, for this mutual sort of eye contact, for this mutual understanding and strength. Roll me
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna hero point that. Fuck that. I'm glad I saved it now.
Do good.
Come on. Come on. You gotta do better than that. It's
Okay.
better than
That
that.
that is
It's
better
better
than
than that.
Okay.
Mathematically true.
Vim will actually move forward. He's not going to like join the hug or anything. That's not Vim. But it's going to say, for everything that you've done in all these different universes, isn't it like for this? And she's right here, and now, and you don't need any of this, any of the rest of it. She's right here, and after all of this, getting all her memories back and knowing what's happened, she still came here for this. She and I didn't agree really on why we came, and she came here for this. So if you drop it, I'll drop it.
Vim, persuasion.
Oh. 30.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything? Cypress, I know you had an idea.
Oh.
Cannot hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Only thing I can do, which is talk. So I think I'm gonna just put some words into the air, as a bard does. And just say, I don't claim to know the reasons why we are here in this situation. But I do know what it is to feel loss and the utter darkness of grief that seems so dark and deep that you will do anything to erase its existence. But we can't get rid of grief any more than we can bring back the dead. And I might not know anything about the person you loved. But what I do know from the individual who is holding you right now is that this is one thing she would not want. And that's what's important. Because you're holding right now what she would want for you.
She's right, Mom.
Persuasion.
I'm gonna take my hero point on that one. That's better.
Evie, Darius. Oh,
Oh,
McKenna,
your mic.
Do the scream.
Scream. Scream at her.
ah!
She
Yeah.
just be in proximity
How's
right
Become
now.
the goat. Become the screaming
Better.
goat.
I think perhaps my gain got turned down when someone knocked my microphone over.
Some
Would you happen
feline.
to know anything
Uh-oh.
about that, Caccio?
Why do I know the
Oh.
exact face that he's giving you right now?
The
Who?
bee.
Me?
This one.
What?
His face.
Huh?
Stinky
What?
Baby.
I know nothing. Just let me go.
face. Gladly. Yeah, Evie, cares about this individual insofar as Luna cares about her. But I don't think she thinks she knows enough about Sildana to really have an impact on what she's dealing with.
Fair enough. Darius.
Darius is contemplating
Darius.
the fact that this individual not only threatened to harm his
There.
wife, but potentially tortured and deprived them of food. But Darius is also contemplating that you cannot make something from destruction necessary. Destruction is a part of the cycle of building and then destroying and then rebuilding again, but what's done is sort of done at this point, and further violence cannot fix anything that has already occurred. And Darius has never been a believer in vengeance. That being said, he is still quite upset about the whole thing, so he's just gonna plomp down on his little legs. He's going to, like, cat loaf. He's just gonna sit on the floor and just avert his gaze from the whole thing. But he is going to take no action. He thinks it's best if he just stay out of this before he says or casts something he will regret.
Oof.
Not everybody has to be forgiving.
Also, it's not my place to forgive anything. I would have to talk to Nito.
Mm-hmm.
Because of past interactions with Sildana, as well as the number of hope points so far collected by the party, the DC for this check was 18. You received
Not every
4
Oh,
successes.
thank God. Oh, thank God I hero pointed that.
To me too.
And there is a moment where that weight remains on everyone's shoulders. It feels like it lasts a year, the silence, but it's only a few seconds. And then that weight begins to lift off of all of you. But it still remains on her. She does not allow herself to feel relief from this.
I think in a similar way, Rash is also not nearly to the degree of hers, but I think Rash, knowing the path that she has chosen for herself, embraces it like a weighted blanket.
Hey, Mom. Mom, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I know. Thank you for listening.
The pressure releases in the room.
As soon as Vim feels it drop, he drops as well.
There is a moment where you can tell Luna that Sildana wants to stay. With every being in her body, she doesn't want to move, but she breaks your grasp. And she sits down at the edge of her bed and just sits there with not even a 1,000-yard stare, with a stare that looks like it's going past all of existence or what's left of it.
That first singular step is always the heaviest thing in the world, ain't it?
What is the other way?
The other way to bring her back?
How?
I woke up before she could say. She wasn't able to stay for long, but hey, she exists. There's a piece of her that exists in this universe,
There
and
are
she
many
came to me
pieces.
in a dream. We have a dream god with us. We can figure this out.
She's here with me, Luna. She has always been here with me. And you can see, like, as she's saying this, over top of Sildana, almost like a coat, the sort of astral stars of the astral sea begin to coalesce, almost pulled from what you recognize as the night sky, no matter where you are. And enveloping her like the golden fleece is a almost spectral form of Charlothon.
You know, when she sacrificed herself, she was forgotten in every universe, but you and we're the ones who remember her.
I've almost found all of her, Luna. She has been here. She has been guiding me. And that, like, astral figure just kind of, like, holds on to her shoulders, almost like pushing down on her a little bit.
Can I make an insight check?
That seems
Because it doesn't seem
sus
like
to me.
if she's the one who's been guiding her down this path, that doesn't sound like the same Charvathon that I A, know,
That
and B,
seems
that spoke to me and asked me to stop. Fuck. Can Evie, can you help me connect the dots here?
Yes.
there.
That's
Evie
that's
can
a
also
gentle
just-
request for a flash of genius.
Done. It is done, my love.
I
Not
think that
said
makes
in
it a
character.
dirty 20.
I was gonna say, do
So-
you say that in character?
No, not yet.
Both Cypress and Luna. As you look at this spectral figure, for a brief moment, it flickers. And this golden fleece of comfort and love that has been pushing her down this path changes and warps into a gnarled green and red mass, and then flickers back to the way it was.
So Donna, that's
I'm going to
That's
just
not her.
raise my finger as Luna says that and look at it in the distance and go, "There you are, you son of a bitch." That's grief right there. And it's eating you alive, Sildana.
It's funny that you should say that, Cypress. Because as you say those words, and as Luna says, that's not on. The cloak begins to shift and change into that mass, and it begins to weigh down onto her. And as it envelops her and begins to expand and grow into a blob of weight, of grief, of loss, of everything that she had brought on the universe, a new voice comes. Well, I suppose, every pawn needs to get taken every now and then. Huh. Didn't think this one would get taken, though. I had this one pretty close to getting queened.
leave her alone.
Oh, Luna, she's mine in our little game.
Get off of her.
Ew.
Well,
Cypress reaches a hand over and just touches Luna's shoulder as it sits there and just like holds it very gently and goes, "It's time to save your mother."
I guess this is kind of cheating in our little game, but you've already been breaking the rules a hot minute, all of you. So, not sticking to the script and all. I suppose I'm just going to have to put an end to you right here and now. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling.
Whew. Okay.
An emotional one. And one that will definitely lead to some very interesting things. And one that, very similar to League of Amazing Adventures, when McKenna airwalked up the side of a building and skipped a bunch of a dungeon.
Yeah.
Y'all got to do that too, so you'll have full resources for this fight.
Yay!
So,
I love that for me.
I suppose, chat, if you want to see the exciting conclusion to, well, not conclusion to the campaign, but conclusion to this section so far, join us next time. Toodaloo, everyone.
Toodle-doo-doo.
I'm